Greetings. Most course setups in Blackboard will include files that the students can view within Blackboard or download to view and edit on their computers. In this session, we will examine the different ways in which files can be made available in the Blackboard environment. While you could upload many different file formats, Adobe PDF and Microsoft Word are likely to be the most common file formats we use. Adobe PDF files can be viewed within most browsers. If they are downloaded, they can be viewed using the free application Adobe Reader. Microsoft Word, on the other hand, generally cannot be viewed within the browser. These files need to be downloaded and opened using Microsoft Word application. Irrespective of the format, when we want to make a file available to students in Blackboard, the first step is to access Content Collection and click on the name of the course, and then click on Upload Files. We can link a specific string of characters to a file using these options here. The other thing we can do is to attach the file to an item. So for example, in this particular course item, we can find the file and attach it using these options. We can also embed a PDF file so that it can be viewed within the browser window. And in order to do that, we would use this icon. Back to our course design document. The content item named Organizations requires us to link a string of characters to a file. It also has us attaching a PDF file and also embedding the PDF file within the course item. It is most likely that in actual practice, you will not use all three features within one item. However, here we are going to do just that so that we can learn about the three different processes. To start with, click on Content Collection. Click on the first item there, which should be the ID of the course, and then click on Upload Files. And then the process that you're familiar with, we browse the computer, find the file, click on Open, and then click on Submit. I have just uploaded a PDF file to the content collection in the course. So let's go back to our weekly content and access the item that we set up earlier named Organizations. So I'm clicking on Edit. We have this string of characters which needs to be linked to the file. Select that string of characters, click on this icon here which says Insert Edit Link. Here we look for the file within the course because we've already uploaded it. So select that, click on the file that we want to link to, and then click on Submit. Now when a student clicks on that link, we want the file to open in a new window. This is a good user experience practice. And then we also want to provide a title which describes the contents of the file. We are going to title it as Organizations and then click Insert. So we have just completed link to a file. Next, we are going to attach the file. So in order to attach the file, we go down here. And again, since we have already uploaded the file, we can click on Browse Course, find the file, click Submit. And at this point, if we want to change the look of the title, we can make it a little more user-friendly and click on Submit. Before I do that, I'm going to remove this line of instruction. The next thing I have to do is embed the PDF file. And to embed the PDF file, we have to gather some information. So let's first go ahead and click on Submit. So here, as you can see, within the Organizations item, there is an attached file and there is also a link to that file. Now when we have to embed a file, we need to go back to that file and click on this icon here and look for 360 degrees view. When we come to this page, we would want to copy the permanent URL. So select the permanent URL and copy it. And now we go back to our course, to the place where we want to embed that file. Select Edit and then position the cursor where the file is to be embedded. Now at this point, I select the fourth icon from the left, which is Insert Edit Embedded Media. And now the URL that I copied is what I paste in this field. And when I click out, I will see this, but it's not showing the file. So what we need to do is go here and select iframe. As soon as we do that, the file should show up here. Now normally we would want to make this file wide enough for students to be able to view it and read it on their computer monitors as well as on their phones or portable devices. So let's make it 480 pixels wide. And since constraint proportions is selected, when I click out, the file will enlarge in height as well as the width. Now when I click insert, you'll see a yellow box. Now some people have been alarmed when they see the yellow box. They get a feeling that their file has not been embedded. But you will see that file if you click on submit. So before we click on submit, let us remove the instructions from here. And now when I click submit, we should see the file over here. As we mentioned earlier, since this is for practice, we have attached the file, we have linked to the file, and we have also embedded the file. And so before we stop, let us go into the student preview mode and check out the interface. So weekly content, week 3, organizations. As you can see, there is attached file, there is a link to the file, and also the embedded file. You might notice that the sentence here has been broken into 2 lines. And this is something that is a feature of Blackboard, which we cannot really control. So in the interest of user experience, what we could do is format that information so that it's not confusing for the student. So what I'm going to do now is to put the link at the end of the sentence. Please download the file. And now when we click submit, it will hopefully be a slightly better user experience for the students when they view that information. As you can see, that since it's at the end of the sentence, it shows up all right. Students may not get confused with a broken sentence.